Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for the month of January, the new year tarot oracle reading. And Aries, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign isn't Aries, we still all have a little bit of Aries in us. If you have your birth chart, where does Aries show up? That's where this energy will be for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a general or collective reading, so please be advised that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. Beginning with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And whoa, what a way to start out the new year. We've got the 10 of Cups. That's ultimate fulfillment, the most happiness you can have. It's about quite often romantic love. And it can be about, you love where you live, you love who you're with, you love your family, you love your country, you love the location where you are, that kind of energy. What an awesome way to start. And then we have the Magician. So if you don't have this yet, because this reading is past, present, and future, it could be that this is coming in for you and it's going to be an energetic upgrade. That you can anticipate this happening for you. It may be throughout the year, or it could be like bang, all of a sudden, all at once. You wake up and you live in a different life. So the Magician is the first card that in the major arcana that the Fool comes across. It's the first energy, and the Magician is bringing what is above to below. And the Magician has all the tools that he needs on his bench here. The infinity symbol represents infinite potential. And this is saying that you're going to have some, good luck and a lot of energy being brought in. It's pointing. He's pointing to the people in this card. So I feel like it could be, you might already be a couple, and if not, you may find the love of your life as well as everything else you love. And then we have, I was feeling like this is probably coming up. And when I'm doing this reading right now, it's the 23rd of December, and we've had, we're moving from a 9-year into a 10-year. So it makes sense because what I mean by that is 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And 9 represents a cycle that's ending, and that it represents like a decade of a cycle that's ending, that lasted a decade. And then we're moving into 2026, 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10, and that breaks down to a 1. So the 1 represents a brand new cycle starting. So a lot of people are feeling this energy right now because it's not just the end of a year and moving into the new year. It's like a new cycle beginning. And then the 3 or the 5 of swords. Swords represent your intelligence, your mental capacity, your thoughts, and your mind. And this card can represent, like, you've clearly had to battle. Now, this battle could be within yourself, or you actually had to battle other people. But as these images represent this same person in past battles, winning them, and these people put down the sword, or that thought, or that whatever that was slowing you down, you became a better version of yourself. And you're on your way to getting this ultimate fulfillment. So that's the underlying energy, but we're starting off still kind of in a battle. Not that long, 8 days till the new year. Yeah. Interesting, because this card is my shift disturber card. So this is talking about an energy. Look at this. This is kind of interesting because here he's holding, or you, if this represents you, is holding 2 swords, and then there's 2 swords planted, but this person is sneaking away with the rest of the swords. Now, are these thoughts that don't belong to you, and or that belong to you, and is this intellectual property that's been stolen? That's what I'm getting. This is intellectual property, and it's kind of like there was some, the word that's coming, and I don't know why it keeps coming up, is tomfoolery, which means a clownish behavior regarding someone that was in a couple. And you have 2 swords here, and he's planted these 2 here, but he's sneaking off with these other thoughts. That's the energy. This is a walking contradiction because he's looking backwards, he's on tiptoe moving forward, and he looks like a thief in the night, but he's actually in daylight. So sometimes this card can represent innovative thinking, and that could be that you're moving on from whatever thoughts were holding you back, and you've taken discipline of your mind. And now these 2 swords, I feel like they might represent these 2 people kind of energy that are involved with the ultimate fulfillment. Or this could just be your logical mind and your intuitive ability, that kind of energy. So it just depends on your situation. Take it how it resonates for you. And then we have the Knight of Wands coming in. So the Knight of Wands is is a rebel with a cause. Now the knights used to work for the king and queen, and they would deliver messages far and wide. And they generally started working for the king and queen when they were younger, around 7 or 14 as a page. And then if they grew up, they would be, and could afford a horse, and were doing a good job, then they could become a knight. And this knight is bringing in some form of communication. Of course, the communication in these days will not be the same as in the old days. It won't probably be coming in by horse, but it could come in person, or it could be an email, a text, a letter, a social post, that kind of energy. And you'll notice that he's got this big plume on his hat. And this is representing that he's very fiery and hot-tempered. The Knight of Wands loves the mysteries of life and loves adventure. This represents the Sagittarius energy. We just moved out of Sagittarius, and we're now in Capricorn energy as of around, what is it, the 23rd. So about 2 days ago, we moved into Capricorn. And we also just had the solstice, and so now the days are becoming longer and the nights are becoming shorter. Woohoo! Everything's looking brighter. And then we have the Page of Pentacles coming in. So the Page of Pentacles is this, so the Knight of Wands is coming in with some sort of message about passion. The Knight of Wands is very passionate, and they're known to be a bit of a player. And then the Page of Pentacles is bringing in some form of communication about your health, wealth, and happiness. So the pentacle is a coin, but it's not just about money, but it could be about money. So some sort of message or communication is coming in about some money. And it's right after this message comes in about passion and love, or something you're passionate about that you love to do. And it's saying, oh, look at this. You know, the money that, the 9 of Cups, that we thought we were going to have, what we wished for. It's saying a couple things. So I'm going to look at it from the most positive at this, saying that, you know, you've had this 9 of Cups, but there's been something missing. And something that you've been wishing for, well, that wish is coming true. Now, the Pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness. So this could be, you know, it could be this person, you know, that you love coming into your life, like the ultimate love person, romantic partner kind of energy, someone you would marry and have a family with. Or this could be saying this is about you will have the money to do something that you love, something that was snuck away from you. It's the information is coming in, or it's because you changed your thinking, and because you changed your thinking and you found new ways to do things, and you have a new passion for doing it. And the Page of Pentacles is saying, look, because you did that, here's the pentacle, here's your health, wealth, and happiness. It's a new beginning. It's starting off small, but it's everything you wished for. The thing about this card is it's representing the wish, like that you wish for something that you have wanted, you know, for a long time. This is talking about leaking energy from the lower body. And I feel like, you know, that's kind of rebel with the cause kind of energy. So it's saying, be careful, stay focused. Don't in the last, in the last lap of the race, you don't want to lose your focus and then miss out on this total happiness. This is a wish. So you're highly favored to receive this. Having said that, you have to stay focused, because if you don't, many a race is lost in the last lap. And this is kind of this energy of these cups. It's hard to tell. This person's on stage, so this is public. It's this money or this whatever this is something that you might see on social media. Information about it. We also have, like, are they above, the cups above his head on a shelf, or are they behind him? So that's what that's past, present, or future. So, take it how it resonates with you. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the energy here is, okay, the Nine of Pentacles represents someone that has been working at something diligently, and they're at a very strong stage right now. They have all, like, their hand on 6 pentacles, and then they have 3 extra here. So they're able to invest in their future now. And if they get this pentacle, it's going to add 4, that'll be 4 here. That's 10. And 10 is the most pentacles that you can have in the tarot. So you've got the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is the underlying energy for the entire reading. You've got this energetic upgrade, and you've got this pentacle coming in because your money is about to increase, and you'll be in a position of a legacy of wealth, of generational wealth. And there's some sort of message coming in about this 10th pentacle. Nikola Tesla always said, if you know the beauty of the 369, then you would have the key to the universe. And that's kind of this energy, that ratio, knowing that in life you need to hang on to 6 pentacles for yourself, so that you always are able to improve yourself and invest in yourself. And then the other 3 you can play with. You can invest in other things, you can invest in other people, that kind of energy. And this is the falcon that she has. She sends that falcon off to give her, to get a wider view. This represents an ability. Sometimes this could represent, it's coming up as a remote viewing, or being able to perceive the future with your intuition, some psychic abilities. And there we have it. So this represents your identity, how your self-image, where you feel like you're at now. Like you have to change your thinking, or you're still kind of like, you're aware that you don't want to, you're willing to fight for what's yours. And then here is talking about your abundance and self-worth. And you feel like someone has snuck off with some of your self-worth, or you are using your thoughts differently to be able to get what you want. And this is communication from early life, like how were you raised and how did you learn to communicate? And I feel like it has something to do with that. Or it could just be a communication about, I feel like this is representing intellectual property that maybe was stolen from you. Or there's some sort of, it just keeps coming up, tomfoolery. Like this represents kind of fraud, or, or if you're going to sign a contract, make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. That's like, it's that kind of energy. There's something not quite right there. And then we have your emotional foundation and your family, like your original family. So this is money that's coming in, generational wealth, and that you haven't received yet. And this is talking about, the ability to have that 10 of Cups and have like everything you want, everything you love, because this is about your creativity, your romance, and your children. So perhaps you're learning to use your intuition as well as your logic to be able to have more creative outcomes, and that will definitely upgrade your energy. And look at this, the Magician is also pointing to this, knowing how much to give, how much to take of your time, your money, you know, your energy, and to make sure you're always investing in yourself. The best investment is in yourself. And so this energy is really talking about all of this happening in the new year. And Aries, you're the infant of the zodiac, and so your energy represents being all new. And it also represents, like, you know, an infant, when they first are born, they're helpless. But look how much happens and how much they learn. You know, they learn to, you know, you know, at first they can't move around, and then they learn to sort of sit up. Then the next thing you know, they're crawling, they're learning to talk. You know, all of that energy, then stand and then walk, you know, all in 1 year. It's incredible when you really think about it, and it comes naturally. And then we have representing the external. Okay, so this is the internal forces. This is what you have control over. So what's ever happening, whatever your thoughts are, that you have control of your mind. Your mind doesn't have control of you. And it's about being passionate to, you know, have the ultimate fulfillment in both your health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D, as well as everything that you love. Love, you know, love to be, love to do, and love to have, like in your family, like that. And, you know, that represents a romantic partner as well as a family. And then this is the underlying energy for the external forces. So the external forces are, you know, when you're laying in bed and you're worrying and you're like, everything was going so well. What the EF happened? That's why this is saying stay focused here. But you are in a position to be a great leader now, because you have learned how to rein in your emotions and to just keep moving forward, you know? And that can even represent this energy, like losing all of this property, whatever this is, but still being able to keep moving forward and having to really, like, this is sneaky energy. So it could be you had to be sneaky because you were in danger of some sort, or that kind of energy. So these wands are the first actual energy we see about action. And so this is talking about you, this is representing victory. So because you learn to rein your emotions in and stay focused, this is why this is open to you. Having said that, I feel that any competition that you have, because this represents having been in a battle of some sort, you know, and this is like there's 6 actions here, and now you've won, and there's 5 swords here kind of energy. So I feel like the external forces feel like that this is representing their energy as well as yours. So they still feel like they could win this battle, or they could be wondering, how did we lose? And it was because you were able to rein your horse in, like rein in your emotions. And yes, then we have, they were celebrating. So this is external forces celebrating something. This is not my favorite card. This usually represents slander in the community. The reason I feel that way, it could be a celebration, but you'll notice none of them are looking at each other, and they're celebrating an action, not each other. They're not looking at each other, and I do not feel like they're celebrating you, because this is beginning with the external forces. So it could be these external forces are celebrating because they feel that they're going to get you to lose focus, and they will be able to take this, and it's coming up like candy from a baby. And so the reason this card for me represents celebration, they're celebrating, but it's not, they're celebrating 3 cups here, and you already have the 10 cups offered to you, and you only need 1. You don't need 3 cups. So this energy sometimes can represent third parties, and it's also gossip and slander and that kind of energy. In European cultures, if you toast each other, and you don't look at each other when you toast, it's 7 years bad luck in your love life. So I don't feel like it's a card about love there. It's more about celebrating something. And it doesn't even, they're not even celebrating each other. They're celebrating some sort of action that was taken. And that could have been against you. That's the energy that's coming up. Because here, here's the 6. You see that? Here's the 6 coin. And there's only one left. You see that? So this could represent them trying to take at least 6 of your coins from you, or they feel they successfully will be able to do so, and you'll only have one left kind of energy. Or it's talking about your ability to be victorious here, and they're not going to be able to receive that now, and they're like trying to figure out, okay, where did we go wrong? It was such a good plan, and there was all of us against one person. You know, what happened here? It's that kind of energy. And this is someone representing, was the work that they put into something worth it? Did they get it, what they wanted out of it? And that's also, so that could be from both sides. Take it how it resonates with you. One other thing that I've noticed is, you see this wand that she or he is holding that's victorious. Do you see how they're leaning on it now? Because these people are trying to take it, or these people are like, how did they manage to be victorious? Because we put all this work into it. Like, how did that happen? That kind of energy. Oh, and then we have this energy. Yikes. Okay, so this is another one of my least favorite cards. It's the 3 of Pentacles, and a lot of readers, I mean, it's good. Yeah, people want to collaborate with you. You have mastery of your skill set. You're very good at what you do. You're in an elevated position. That's all good. That's awesome. Having said that, make sure that anyone that you collaborate with, because this message coming in could be either one of these. Could be like, hey, someone wants to be in partnership with you, or someone wants to, and that could be this energy. Someone wants to work with you. Someone wants you to sign a contract and do work for them. This person is a stonemason and is working on all this elaborate work, and it's beautiful. This represents an artisan. But are these people in alignment with what you want? And because this is like my Mason card, this is like that secret society energy. Not saying that all Masons are, not people you want to collaborate with, but I'm saying that some of them are a little bit rogue, or a lot rogue. Could be. And then we have conviction beyond a doubt. So these people recognize that you have this really new attitude, like you're a rebel with a cause now, and you're not letting go of what belongs to you. You will fight for it, and you will go to higher ground. And they thought they caught you by surprise, and maybe they did, because you're wearing 2 different shoes. One's a boot and one's a shoe. So maybe you didn't have time to check your footwear. Or this could be representing you're on higher ground now, and you already have 1 foot in the new world, and you have a taste for it, And when you start getting a taste for success, that's when you're willing. This is conviction beyond a doubt. So I'm just getting, they weren't expecting you to have this energy of, no, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to, I'm going to fight for what's mine. And then there's 10 so there's the 10 pentacles, right? So you see that energy? That's why this is saying focus, stay focused. Don't, at Christmas, and in the New Year, sometimes people where you've closed doors and you haven't had anything to do with them because in the past they showed you who they were. Don't open the door again to some people, because if they've shown you who they are once, that's who they are. Believe them when they show you the first time. And, if they thought, especially if you haven't had anything to do with them and all of a sudden they want to be in your life again. Why do they want to be in your life again? Because they can smell money. There's 10 pentacles here up for grabs. This is a lot of money. This is generational wealth. This is the lifestyle, the mansion, being in a neighborhood with pets and you have children and you are able to have time to stop and visit with your neighbors, that kind of energy. And then we have, this energy is talking about these 3 cups. And I feel like the divine stepped in. Normally this represents someone who's been very disappointed because what they invested in didn't work like they thought it was going to. And this was a gift from the universe to teach them to work for their own shift instead of trying to take it from other people. There you have it. It's really quite blunt, but that's the way it is. And you can't just take what belongs to other people because you want it. You have to work for what you have, that kind of energy. It feels very clear to me. These people are disappointed. They celebrated too soon. The money they thought they were going to get, they didn't get, because I feel like because you stood your ground, you knew what you knew, and you didn't back down. You didn't lose focus, and you stayed on course doing what you need to do to have this for yourself where it belongs. So stay in there, Aries. They thought they were taking candy from a baby. But, Aries energy is ruled by Mars. You want to talk about some fire there. This is like the baby of the fire energy. And so and the Aries energy can be very rammy. Aries wants to get, if you've ever watched a baby learning to walk, you'll know what I mean. Like they'll fall down, they get right back up. And once they realize, hey, I'm going to be able to walk, you can't stop them. They'll keep going. Or if you've ever seen a baby that just learned to crawl, how they'll sometimes just move, they can move so fast. They get good at crawling really quick. And this rammy energy is represented by the Aries in the infant stage coming into the, into the new, right? Into a new world. And that's what we have moving into this new cycle. And you notice that babies come in head first. That's rammy energy. That's the kind of energy we're dealing with. So I'm going to clarify this with my oracle, talesfromthevector.com. And so this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I began working on this back in 2007. And in 2020, I completed all 64 paintings. I'm an artist. There's some big dragon paintings. And, these dragons are from the future. And I have had the cards out and about at psychic fairs, etc., but I didn't have it complete yet. Now I'm working on bringing the actual deck into being in the physical realm here. And I am working on the information that goes with it. So I really appreciate your energy because it's empowering me to get the information correct to write up the booklet. In the box below, in the description box below, I will list the cards in the order. There's numbers on these cards. This is the order that they are in my website, talesfromthevector.com. And that's TAILS from thevector.com if you're interested. Okay, so attachment. Yeah, these people were attached to what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So this was a web of people that wanted your ultimate fulfillment. I don't know how they knew that you were having this coming, but you were destined for this, and they were trying to take it. And I keep hearing like candy from a baby. But they didn't count on how rammy that Aries energy is. And then we have temperance. So this is about being devoted to your path. So you have whatever this is that you've been working on, you've been building up, and you've done very well with it. Had a lot of success. This is talking about being devoted to that path. So, and having to be very patient, and to be able to have the courage to be able, yeah, it's okay, Stella, you can come up here. You're being kind of annoying, but you can come up here. Why don't you lay down and purr like you should? Sorry, my cat wants to be part of the reading, but she's torn between that and making me get up and feed her right now. She just woke up. So the devotion is about staying on your destined journey that God put you on the planet to do. And this is part of your destiny, is to have this ultimate happiness so that you can get the job done. And then we have Aries coming in at the very beginning of this reading, the infant, whether you're being or doing. And it's that kind of energy, right? Are you going to be you, or are you going to do you? Kind of like that, you know? Maybe you have someone that, maybe someone was a copycat and stole your energy here, you know? Like identity theft, because this is about being and doing. Is someone doing you? That's the energy coming up. So this is, I am. This is me. This is mine. And this energy, the underlying is, hey, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. So it's kind of confirming what's happening. And then we have the falling star. And this is from 2025 energy. So this is about a love life, something that happened with someone that you possibly were in a relationship with in a romantic way. And I'm just getting it, you fell out, it didn't work out. And the energy could be, they took something of yours. And it could be they just took your heart, they took your energy, and after they left, you didn't feel like doing anything anymore. But then you got your passion back because you're the rebel with a cause kind of energy. And then we have dissemination of information. So this is a lot of times when people are trying to motivate someone, they say, oh, believe in yourself. But the problem is when you start believing in your own press, if you're in this situation where you're feeling really down, then you might get into these limiting beliefs about yourself that you don't deserve this energy. And then someone else can take it. You can take it from you like candy, like a baby, right? So this is about really not seeing what, perhaps there was something you needed to see, but you didn't want to see it. It's like elephant. There's an elephant in the room. What elephant? I don't see the elephant. That kind of energy. And then the world is coming up here. So this is about having a whole new world in moving into this energy of having that ultimate fulfillment. And you're able to get to that point because of neutrality. Like when you're caught between two extremes like that, you have to get neutral to everything in between to keep moving forward, to keep being in this energy of passionate about what you want. And devoted to having that, to staying on your God-given path. And then here's the sun saying yes. There we have it. God himself is stepping in and saying, this is destined for you. This energy of wishing is, you have to remember, and this is funny, we have wishing upon a star. So this is about having a good attitude is going to get you what you wish for. You can't just wish on the star. You have to have a good attitude and put the work in to get it. It's destiny that it's yours if you do so. And then we have the energy of this battle here. So in my oracle, the Tower card is divorce. And so the worst divorce, though, is from source. So if you go off your path, then you wouldn't have this victory, but because you stayed on it, there also could have been a divorce involved here, and it could have something to do with this energy here, or a separation of some sort, an illusion, that kind of energy. And then we have justice on here. Karma's being handed out. So yeah, I feel that these people were celebrating too early. They thought that they were going to have this come, they were going to have a lot of money come out of this, but judgment came down. Isn't that interesting? So we have, wow, look at this. We have judgment here, unfettered, and the falling star, unfettered. So this energy is saying like this 10-year cycle that was happening, that's ending here from 25. There's justice being brought in about this now. And what's interesting is this is like the heart chakra, like your heart chakra, because this is you, your energy. And it is talking about falling and failing in love is a matter of I. You have to love yourself first. and foremost. And I feel like you learned that you have to love yourself first before you give to others, or you won't have anything to give to them. And this energy is talking about like being unfettered, like not being bound to anything. And that, you know, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. Once you love yourself, you attract people that also love themselves. And, you know, it's a strong relationship. This, in my deck, this dragon is a pink and green dragon, and she's flying through she's from the Pleiades, and she's flying through the cosmos. And she's also the card for judgment, because if you, judgment is God's. And look how these are all lining up here. 2011 and 2019 and 2021 and 2014 and 2016 may all be significant. Look at that. All of these cards, like when I have the vertical cards represent the major arcana cards, and the major arcana is coming out here right now. Look at this and saying, look at this. They're vertical because energetically, when you have vertical energy and you put some strength into your body and you stand up strong and your spine is strong, you have like really strong energy that will be an energetic upgrade. And in, yeah, this is really coming in like really clear here. So these represent vertical energy. This is coming from the universe, from source. And then these horizontal cards, the horizontal energy weakens people. And so it could be astrological events that could weaken your energy, or it could be tactics that are being brought against you and making you not have faith in your path anymore. And see, there's only these two. And I feel like we have the judgment is here, and the judgment is talking about something that happened. This is going back. Like, remember, we're going back in time. Like, because on the 31st, we're moving into a whole new cycle right here. But in 2011, something may have happened. In 2014, then in 2016, 2019, well, we all know what happened in 2019, the mandates, right? Then in 2021, 2020, 2021, and 2022. And now in 2025, this energy, boom, it's changing. Judgment is being called on this time frame. So this is like, what is it? We're going to 26, this is like 14 years. So something in 2011 happened. Think back to 2011, then think back to 2014. What were you doing in 2014? Then, and in 2016, and then in 2019, 2020, and 2021. And what's happening right now in 2025 as we speak. Really, really, this is really cool. I love how my dragons communicate. Oh God. And the hangman balance is coming in. So the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge and hangs upside down. This is so funny because this is saying, don't forget 2012. Something also happened in 2012. And it's sitting here on the Mason card. Okay, so this is about balance. This is too funny. I'm just thinking, okay, what happened to me in 2011 and 2012? In 2012, my mom passed. I know that. So, you know, that happened. Oh, I don't even want to think about it right now. I don't want it to be, but I want you to recognize that this card's coming out and saying, okay, yeah, you said all this, but don't forget 2012 too. Really funny. My dragons have a really good sense of humor. So pride is another karmic space that we can fall into. So, you know, this is getting people to come on board kind of energy. And I'm getting that they weren't expecting you to still have pride. Like, they weren't expecting you to stand up for yourself. They figured, hey, if they've been at this since 2011, then, hey, they've been, you know, and how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. people or 10 groups or 10 of something has been hard at work here to get this money. And the Chariot comes in. Please don't tell me this is also, yes, from 2007 energy. So this could also have something to do with your ancestors, you know? I've never had a reading like this before, like where they're just all lining up. Like, look at Aries, you're coming in as an infant here. There was dissemination. They thought they were going to take candy from a baby. This is where you're at now, and you need to look back at 20. And they're saying, say it again. 2011. It is started in 2007. That's when this energy started to spin. Not necessarily. Maybe that's when this money was coming in. That kind of energy, and then from 2007, in 2011 something happened. Then in 2012, 2014, 2016, 2019, a lot of people, and in 2020 and 21. I mean, my business basically closed because I was doing live events, and you know, you couldn't with the mandates in Canada. They lasted pretty much 2 years. And then, yeah, so this has been brewing a long time, and it's saying like that's what's been affecting you, and that is coming to an end. That's a lot of energy. I've never seen like so much coming like this, you know, with my cards being so clear that this is about time frame. So really a good idea is to go back and look at these years and just see, can you remember something significant happening? I'm going to after this reading, because we all have a little bit of Aries in us, and we're all moving into the new year. So, and then there's a need to be right. So this is kind of an energy, like these people, they are disappointed. They needed to be right. They thought this was, if they worked on this for this long, hey, it's a lot of money. So the good news is stay focused, and things will work out for you. That's what's coming up. And that is a very interesting reading, Aries. What an awesome way to start the new year. I hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I have. I find it just fascinating how it came in like this. And my cat does too. And I will be back. I'm planning to do a full moon for January 3rd reading, if I have time to. Bye for now, and I will see you then.